everybody, the Bongus here, ready to give you a brand new Let's Play! Illusion of Gaia for the Super Nintendo, and this is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. I remember owning and playing this game a lot when I was a pre-teenager. I found this game a lot of fun and a very interesting action RPG. Now if you remember, this is part of the Soul Blazer trilogy. Remember, there was Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and a game we never got in North America called Terranigma. This is the second in the series, and I remember years ago I LP'd Soul Blazer. In fact, it was so long ago, I believe that was 2009? A very old LP, and to think, like, over 3 years later, I'm doing the sequel. Though technically it's not really much of a sequel, they don't really share the same story. Just the same elements. The world was in an age of exploration. Looking for new lands, man uncovered the relics of ancient cultures. As you can tell, this was a pretty old game, but it aged really well given the graphics. I mean, just in the water alone. I'll turn up a little bit more. As time passed, many legends began to surface, like Easter Island. A legend from each ruin, a legend from each culture. There's the Sphinx. Various relics were found in the ruins. I believe that's Stonehenge. One of the legends told of strange statues in the shapes of spirits, and that's the Tower of Babel. A very important figure later on. What was a spirit to ancient people? The ruins. Don't tell us. And that's regular skull. And I believe that's Angkor Wat Temple. That's going to be another area in the game. People who enter the ruins searching for wealth went in, and were never seen again. Obviously they didn't get too far. Some said there were traps to protect the treasure. Others said it was a curse. Ask that guy if you can. No one thought these ruins would bring about disaster. I guess they're talking about the Tower of Babel. Like I said, a very important area, and we'll deal with that later on. But anyways, I think it's time we finally start the game, shall we? 1994, I believe I was 8 years old at the time. Give or take. Okay, let's see. You can change the sound, the buttons. Actually, I don't think it's gonna matter. It's just changing stuff like controls. But I don't have a file, so we're gonna start one. Okay, A is attack and talk. B is item and cancel. Select is your item palette, like your inventory. And Y, not used. You can actually change your control scheme if you want, but I'd rather not do that. Let's start the journey. And we're at a place called school, which is, well, a school. My name is Will. A year has passed since I went to the Tower of Babel with my father. My father and his party met with disaster. Somehow, I made it back to South Cape. I still can't believe my father is gone. I'll never believe it. When I grow up, I'll be a Pokemon trainer, an explorer, and see the world. Somewhere, I will meet my father. I assume still in the Tower of Babel, if met with disaster. That's all for today's lesson. You four do your best not to fall behind. Demons have appeared outside of town. If you go very far, you must go with your parents. Way to rub it in, teacher. I lost my dad, okay? I'll see you guys at the usual place. I have to go home first. I'll see you guys there later. If you don't hurry home, your mother will think that you were kept after school. Hehehe. Douche. Like always, the cave at the seashore. I assume that's our hangout spot. Okay, we all know the D-pad is to move, double tap forward, and you can run. Oh, Will, please recite with me. The world shines on brightly through eternity. No. I'll pass. Okay, as you can see, there is some kind of dark mirror, teleporter, something. Well, that's a dark space where you can go to save your game. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I will help you on your journey. Only one with the dark power can see this space. You are the chosen one, considering you're a protagonist in a video game, therefore by default you are the chosen one. In the dark space, you can record a travel journal. Stop there before you depart. Okay, I'll create my save file. And yes, I'll continue. Then go. Yes, I plan on it. You don't want to make conversation with me? Okay, then. Hey, Will. How many times have I told you not to come up here? You have a habit of jumping down from places. Well, I guess I really can't stop you. No, you can't. Oh, I found a red jewel. These red jewels are going to be very important, and we'll deal with those later. You trade them from goods in town. You can rearrange your items, discard them, and it lets you look at your condition, too. As you can tell, I have 8 HP, no dark points, and you're going to need those later to help out with extra lives. I have 1 strength, 0 defense, and only a red jewel. Erase the red jewel. Red jewels fly to jeweler gems in a single ray of light. So in other words, there is this guy called Gem, and he requires red gems to give you goods. If you use up a red gem, it'll go straight to him. That way it doesn't clutter up your inventory. Remember, you only have 16 spaces, so use them wisely. You look like a fast runner. To run, push the control pad twice. I already know that, I just explained it to everyone. I travel around to people's houses selling weapons used to fight demons. We may live in troubled times, but I won't sell a weapon to a child. Discrimination much? Fine. This is my house. The pie that Grandma Lola is making smells really great. Hey, what's up? Welcome home, Will. Dinner isn't ready yet. Go outside and play for a while. Okay. Hey, Grandpa, what's up? Coming home at this hour probably means you have to stay after school again. Haha! Excellent! Even if a boy can't study, he should show a little initiative. Yeah, why don't you dye your hair blue a little more, male Marge Simpson? I'm worried. There's been a lot of strange merchants lately doing business. Yeah, they don't sell to kids either. Wait, I already talked to you. Nice smell. There's no stove, so I'm cooking in this pot. That's some delicious meth. Moving on. How long have we been playing this? It's strange. This game is like red light, green light. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10! That's because it practically is red light, green light. Just different words. Don't worry, I'm not on fire. It's just a treatment for my sore body. Cleaning this big house all day makes my brain ache. Whew, for a moment there I thought you farted out of your neck. You had me worried there. It's the little things in life that make you rich or poor, like money. Well, heard any good stories? I did see a crazy woman with fire coming out of her back, and you sound like a freaking freak, talking about money and riches and stuff. Everyone is jealous of this big house. It's nothing. We moved to this town before anyone else. Gloater. Who needs like 3 tables anyway? How many people are living at this house to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats? 8 seats. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 seats, 5 tables. Who's living in this house? I only see 3 people. And considering Eric lives here, that counts as 4. I envy you when I see the sea breeze blowing your hair like that. Not like mine, under this scarf. Take it off. My astronomer friend said something very strange. A star is approaching the Earth. Yeah. In my world, there are a lot of stars. A lot of them suck. I feel sorry for Seth. I understand why. He had to see his parents fighting every day. Wouldn't anybody hate that? This is Lance's house. He lives here with his frail mother. Your father has been lost at the Tower of Babel for a year now. It only seems like yesterday. Okay, there's something else you can find here, too. I assume I have to go downstairs? Oh, I found another red jewel. Oh, I'm not equipped. I have to actually select the jewel. That's if you don't want to look for a gem, you can just do this. It's a lot more convenient, though you had to select them one at a time. Jeez, thanks for the welcoming committee. No sooner was the door to Seth's house open than a jar... Don't you mean that a jar came flying out? Yes, how did that jar come out if you're just staring at the wall? What's wrong with having a little fun with my hard-earned money? It's no joke, that man! I put up with it for Seth's sake, but if it weren't for him, I'd have left long ago. Yes, because staying together even though you hate each other really helps a kid, and he doesn't even have a bed. Where does he sleep? With you guys? Or does he get the bed and you get to stare at the wall 24/7? I'm getting worried. I'm gonna leave now. Gosh, I can't pull it up! Yeah, I hope you're talking about fishing. Oy. It was natural for the four friends to call this seaside cave their second home. Usually, when lessons were done at the school, they gathered there to talk and play games until sundown. Oh, the strip poker is so fun even though we're not stripping. What is it, Will? It's late. I'm playing cards with Seth. Wait a minute. I'm going to win again for sure. Suddenly, Eric rushed in with a desperate look on his face. And I had to read that fast. Ah! News! Big news! The Princess of Edward Castle has run away! They say she came to South Cape. That's all? You came in such a hurry that I thought something really big had happened. The princess is probably that spoiled girl, Kara. The one you like so much. Liar! Maybe the soldiers will come here looking for her. The soldiers from Edward Castle look so cool! I want a steel helmet too! And everyone's just staring at each other like, what the F is going on? Everyone's here! What should we do today? I want to see Will's mysterious power! You haven't seen it? He can move things without touching them! He moved the statue that's in the corner of the cave. Will, show me again. Okay, basically you have to use your flute. Use L or R, and it can actually draw things towards you. Like that. And everybody just had an orgasm. Next, pick a card. Any card. I'll put 4 cards face down. Pick the one you think is trap hole. I mean the ace of diamonds. Okay. When did we get this very generic deck of cards? Wasn't the Looney Tunes one good enough for you guys? This one. Will picks up a card. It is the ace of diamonds, of course. Ironically, no matter which card you pick, it'll always be the ace of diamonds. Might as well be rigged. Ah! Right! I'm speechless! Hey, Seth, this is some type of psychic power, right? Yeah, it must be some kind of psychic power thing. If I didn't know better, I'd think it was magic. Most people have 5 senses: sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. And we had to get those all in a single message box. 1 each. I think Will's psychic power is some kind of 6th sense. What Seth says is too complicated for me to understand. So let's play another game. Okay, we were hanging around for this long. It was already dark by the time Will left the cave. Might as well have been on the internet. Okay, there's another red jewel that you can get. which unfortunately you have to wait for the fisherman to get over here onto this side. You have to go in and out, until the fisherman shows up. Unfortunately, this could take a minimum of maybe 10 tries, or maximum of up to 35 if you're lucky. Essentially, you just have to keep doing this until the fisherman gets here. And he will get here eventually, it just takes a long time. This could take a while. Okay, a couple minutes later, which took like forever going in and out of that cave, this fisherman finally shows up here. He lifted the strange teapot. And in this teapot is a red jewel. Now finally we got all 3 red jewels in this place, which is good, to get them out of the way as soon as possible. I am the jeweler Jim. I control the 7 seas. I'm holding 2 of the red jewels for you. Here. This is a rare jewel. Let me hold it for you. There are now 3 jewels in the room. You've collected more than 3 jewels. No, I didn't. I collected exactly 3. According to the list, you get the herb. Okay, let's see my inventory. I'll give you goods for your jewels as written on the list. Okay, 5 is defense force, basically increasing your defense by 1 point. Life force increases your HP. Strength increases, well, your strength. Psycho power, dark power, or abilities for later on. My secrets is what happens if you get all 50 red jewels. Unfortunately, some of them you can only get once. Once you hold up the red jewels, you'll have to come running to my place. I'm a famous master of disguises. If you saw me in another town, you wouldn't know me. So in other words, Gem could be anyone when you go to a different area. I did not want to go there. I actually want to go to Will's house. It's actually over here. What's a pig doing here? The pig's wrecking the room. But why is there a pig in my house? Yes, that's how you be a good protagonist in the game, get pushed around by a pig. Hamlet! You shouldn't snort at strangers! Is this your house? Yeah, so? Frankly, you look a little shabby. Well, excuse me! Your father? Mother? Not here, huh? Way to rub it in. Is this a picture of your parents? My father's an explorer. I know, Ullman, the explorer. They say he was lost. He'll come back someday. Are you sad? No? I'd be sad if it were me. I'm sorry. Anyway, is there a piano here? No, there isn't. But Grandma Lola is a great singer. They're singing upstairs now. They have such loud voices. And they don't notice a pig. Yes, they're singing really good right now. They're just staring at the wall. What's so great about that wall, anyway? Let's stare at it together. Okay, I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Welcome home, Will. When I sing opera, I lose track of the time. Dinner's not ready yet. Oh my. I haven't sung like this in a long time. Your grandmother Lola used to be a singer. I fell in love with her voice. That's why I married her. Oh, you. Bringing up a thing like that. Well, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that. The girl who was singing with me a minute ago... No! A scream from downstairs. I assume that wasn't her singing. It's a girl screaming! Raised ya. Princess! I've been looking for you. I don't know you. Be gone! What are you saying? If I don't take you home, I'll lose my head. What do I care if you lose your head? Princess! Do you think I have nothing better to do than chase you down? I must take you home. It's the king's orders. Yes, I'll just grab you by the hair. What can go wrong? I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm King Edward's daughter, Kara. Will, I feel as though we met before. As if we were good friends. Yes, because breaking and entering seems like a good idea. To be good friends. So, that girl likes to play practical jokes. Guys? There were two soldiers that just barged in, dragged her by the hair, and left. And you're just gonna sit there by the table as if nothing had happened. You guys are great grandparents. Edward Castle! There's a big viaduct under the castle. Your grandfather designed it. What? Really? No. I used to be an architect. There's a prison under the castle. It's built like a maze to keep the prisoners from escaping. I feel bad that I built a prison where people disappear and are never heard from again. I'm pretty sure Republicans don't mind. In all serious talk, let's eat dinner. I made a delicious pie. Let's sit at the table upstairs. Even though we were just sitting at a table downstairs. We sat down to a feast of snail pie? With whipped cream? I only got one piece, but Grandpa Bill ate half the pie. That night, Will dreamed that Kara and he took a trip around the world. And the next morning, something began to happen, which I assume was indigestion over the pie. I had more snail pie for breakfast. I left you a slice. I'll pass. Good morning, Will. A letter has come for you from King Edward. This is what is written in the letter. Bring the crystal ring from Oldman's things to Edward Castle, King Edward. I've been in a bad mood ever since I saw this letter. Oh, Will, I'll teach you a spell. When I'm upset, humming this tune makes me feel better. Lola hummed a strange melody. That's pretty. Even though Will had never heard it before, it seemed oddly familiar. You've learned Lola's melody. Yay. Be careful! A crystal ring? Never heard of it. There's nothing like that in the luggage your father, Ullman, left behind. Maybe we could go to Edward Castle. We could see the princess. Yeah, say that right in front of Lola. I dare ya. Wait, you just did. You are such a scumbag. King Edward has summoned you to the castle? Well, just be careful. Thank you for letting me through. This is where I need to go. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video right here. Next part, I'll meet you at Edward's Castle. Goodbye, everybody.